Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 40th anniversary year. Let me just pull down my mask so so everybody can hear me. First day of school. It's always very exciting. As usual, I couldn't sleep last night. You've heard this story before, but it doesn't get any different. I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm ready to come to school, but it's too early. I can't leave home that early. But I did get here a little bit earlier than usual. I got here about 6 o'clock instead of 6:30. So some of you, it's your first day of school. Obviously, if you're in pre-K, it's your first day of school. Or maybe it'll be your 10th day of school, or anywhere in between. Now, can you guess, I ask this question every year also, can you guess how many first days of school has it been for Mr. Pacelli? Give you time to think about it. I know all of you are probably guessing a number, and probably a lot of you have it right. Well, it's my 75th first day of school, believe it or not. Well, we are prepared for a great school year. I know you have been busy with your summer math and your summer reading, and learning, remember, is a lifelong adventure. And it's also a lot of fun. If we learn here at Oak Hill, we know it's a lot of fun, as well as really expanding our brains and learning a lot of new things. Our brains are basically goal-seeking devices. It wants to learn, which makes it easy. Well, this year's theme is caring and learning. Caring and learning. We all know that school is all about learning. That is what we do. Caring is so important in today's world. We really need each other's understanding, tolerance, and forgiveness. As a group, we can get more accomplished, and we can be happier if we each work together. We all need someone to talk to and share our ups and downs. We have teachers who are very special and want for you to be happy and successful. I now have a couple of other things I'd like to speak about that other than our theme, but these are themes that we've had at Oak Hill Academy for many, many years. And the first one is hope. We get down to we must always look for the silver lining. Tell yourself, if you hang in there long enough, things will get better. Remember, if you're feeling down and out, seek out a friend, your teachers, or certainly your parents who share your thoughts. Remember, you are safe here, and we all are here to help. The second is opportunity. Every day is a new day and a new beginning. You always have a chance to improve. Remember that. You can always improve. But you have to take that initiative. Initiative is saying, I'm going to do it. I know I can use some help, but I'm the guy who's going to start my own engine. I'm going to look for that opportunity to learn something new, and most importantly, do something kind for another person. There's a great opportunity. And it's a great personal reward as well. We feel good when we help other people. The third one I like to talk about is passion. Passion is something that you really enjoy doing, and you get a personal satisfaction out of doing it. It could be a talent, it could be a hobby, it could be a subject that you really like to study. You never know where your passion will lead you. We had a student many, many years ago by the name of Evan Balmer. As an 8th grader, he had started a band. Evan played the guitar, and I think he wanted to be the next Bruce Springsteen. So he kept working with the band. Actually, when he got to high school, they did a lot of the dances in high school. They did some of our dances here at Oak Hill and so on and so forth. But as it turned out, he went on to college and he continued to do the band. But as it turned out, starting a band is not an easy thing to do. But he went then, after college, he went to law school and he studied entertainment law. So there's the connection. He had the passion for his band and playing the guitar, and now he's an entertainment attorney, doing contracts and negotiations. So test the waters. Make a mental investment. You have nothing to lose. Be an independent learner. Try something new. Now, I just heard that Apple is worth, first company in our country that's worth $2 trillion. So if you want to buy the Apple company, it's just going to cost you $2 trillion. Well, Steve Jobs started Apple, and he just had an idea. Obviously, it's worked out pretty well. And the fourth thing that I like to talk about this morning is also Budget your time and stay organized. As you get, remember, you're going to be an independent learner. Even you little ones, have your parents check Sycamore for you in Google Classroom. Keep a personal diary of what works for you, because we all learn differently. Plan ahead and highlight due dates and the tests that are going to be given. Keep having fun though, and exercise as a part of your organization. Fifth is to remember the 4 C's. Communication. We live in a world where we communicate constantly, and it's so important in our learning. Written communication, verbal communication, and discussing in your classes. Collaboration. Well, that means working together with your classmates. And believe it or not, that is one of the biggest things that Google wants from its employees, to be able to collaborate. Be creative, be a thinker, and also be a critical thinker. Just don't go with the flow. You should be always asking the why question. Why is this so? And sometimes the question is actually more important than the answer. Sixth, above all, respect. That's the second theme that's the sixth theme I like to talk about. Our school is built on the idea of respect. Treat others as you would wish them to be, as you wish to be treated. We call that the golden rule. We're all different, and these differences should be celebrated. Our school is very diverse, and we all bring our unique culture to share. Our family customs are learning experiences for us all. So we must respect each other and join as a single community. Well, the third thing I'd like to do, or the second thing I'd like to do, is to quickly go over some of our handbook items. And these are things that I have to do. It's my job as a headmaster to do this every year. So I'm going to go over a few of these things. And these are the rules that we all have to adhere to. The following major violations require a parent conference and could be suspension from school. And of course, that doesn't happen very often here, but we have to make you aware of it. Insolence to a teacher, bullying, lying, cheating, stealing, unacceptable absence from school, and harassment of any kind will not be tolerated. Pushing, shoving, hitting others will not be tolerated, obviously. So I want to highlight the idea that harassment and bullying will not be tolerated at our school. That includes cyberbullying as well. Threats of any kind, we met immediately, and appropriate action be taken. Not even in fun. Don't threaten anybody. Pupil-to-pupil physical contact is highly inappropriate at all times, including school-sponsored activities, and such contact will not be tolerated. Weapons. Of course, we don't have weapons here at our school, but I have to say it. Any instrument that may injure another person, or a replica even, is not permitted at school. We don't want anybody doing any kind of gambling. It may be fun, but you don't do any gambling here at Oak Hill. That includes on your buses and any school activity. Well, students are permitted to solicit or distribute items on school grounds or even school events. If you have a fundraiser, please check with the main office, Ms. Murray or myself, and we can maybe give you permission to do a fundraiser for a worthwhile cause. Students should not be making available any legal or illegal drug, medication, or consumable product of any kind. Now, you may have a medication, of course, that you may be taking at school, coordinated with Mrs. Malinowski. But of course, you wouldn't share that with any of your classmates. It's just not appropriate, and it could get them very ill. It may be appropriate for you, but not for them. Students should not make available any legal or illegal drug, medication, or consumable product of any kind. Improper and or unauthorized use of computers or iPads will not be tolerated. Offenders will be punished according, and maybe, you know, today we have to be careful, it may be illegal, and that would be taken up with outside agencies. So even though our students will be having their own Chromebooks this year, be very careful on how you use them. Of course, that includes the cyberbullying. Any student is disrespectful or defames any student, staff member, or even a parent in written, digital, or verbal will be subject to immediate detention, suspension, or expulsion as deemed appropriate. So therefore, remember, disrespectful is a very serious offense here. Now, the following violations will not be tolerated and are subject to immediate expulsion. Possession of or use of any alcoholic beverage, illegal drugs at school, or during any school-sponsored activity. Possession or smoking of tobacco, e-cigarettes, or vaping in any part of the school building is not permitted. That includes any buses or any school trips, any school activity. Well, New Jersey law requires schools report immediately any suspected possession of or use of illegal drugs to the appropriate law enforcement agency. Any major violation deemed inappropriate by myself could lead to suspension. One final thing I want to talk about, harassment, which includes the bullying and so on and so forth. One quick statement. Harassment behavior of any kind which is deemed demeaning, offensive, or disrespectful to any individual will not be tolerated. Many times there's a fine line between what we consider playful behavior and harassment. Students must learn to adjust their actions well before that line is approached. Appropriate consequences for students overstepping this line will range from detention, suspension, and possible expulsion. We have to respect one another. That's what it's all about. So don't even go there. Don't even think about harassment in any way. Any unfounded truth, starting a rumor, or knowingly make a false statement about an Oak Hill staff member or a student or a parent, or in anything in written, spoken, or posted on the internet will be considered a harassment. Consequences may include suspension, expulsion, legal action, or whatever. And this includes the simple things like name calling, or bullying. Let's go to our present situation. So, it's great to see all of you, our students, faculty. We're filling our halls. We're getting back to our school, our regular routine. A little bit different. School's going to be different. It's going to be different for all of us. So we're all going to be in this together. Well, we have been empty for quite a while, okay? For some time since March. It's comforting to hear everyone's voices and feeling the excitement that's in the air about coming back to our school. The opening of school might be a bit different with all the health and safety protocols that we'll be having, but we are doing this as to keep everybody healthy and to be together. Now, some of you will be doing our swivel learning, and that's fine. We want you to feel a part of our community as well. You're going to be just like in school, but you're going to be at home watching and participating that way. So we want you to follow the lead of your teachers. They are dedicated and they are here to help, and they care about you very much. We all have to get together and use the steps that we have taken, such as the traffic patterns that you're going to be listening and hearing about, and lots of hand washing, sanitizing, wearing the masks. Remember, we have to all wear our masks, and keeping our classrooms clean. Oak Hill has always been a strong school. Rely on each other and we'll get through this together. Now, there are some good signs that we're reading about in the paper, we're hearing about on TV. There's a decrease in the COVID cases in New Jersey. That's a very good sign. But we must not get complacent. We have to be on our toes and do the things that we have to do to keep ourselves all safe. So, you have to do your part. As a community that cares, we have to practice good hygiene. And we'll be reminding you of it. But again, this is nothing new for you. You do these things at home. You may not be wearing a mask at home, but you'll be wearing a mask at school. We're going to work it so that we're going to have our mask breaks, and we're going to be taking care of one another if we need to. And we're going to be doing our temperature check. And that's the first sign that we may be ill. It may be a virus, or it might be a flu. We never know. But the first thing is to check for the temperature. We want you to stay at home if you don't feel well. And again, we can catch up very quickly, and we're going to be very easy as far as that's concerned. A lot of hand washing. We do have the sanitizers that are available in every classroom. And if you have to, we want you to sneeze and cough, which we're getting into probably when we get into November, December, our cold season. So if you do have to cough, we're going to cough in our elbow. And try not to touch your face. We know that's a human thing, is to touch our faces. But try not to do so. We hear that that's one of the ways that any kind of illness starts to, you touch something and you bring it to your face, your nose, your mouth, and that's not a good thing. And we're going to try to stay within that 6 feet distance of one another, and we're going to try to do the best we can. We're going to remind you and remind one another. And we also go to ask you to remind your parents to use our Symptoms app every morning before you come to school. So we want you to relax. We want you to have a good year. We're all in this together. We want you to be not only happy, but we want you to be learning. And don't forget, our theme this year is caring and learning. Thanks a lot for listening, and we'll see you in the hallways.
Good morning, everyone. Just as Mr. Pacelli did, I am going to remove my mask right now so you can hear me and we can see what's going on. But good morning and welcome to everyone. It's great to see everyone back in these hallways. It's just a great experience for all of us to be together. As we always do for our opening assembly, we take care of some business from last year. So we have our second semester honors from January through June last year, and we have first and second honors. Second honors is 85 or higher with no grade below 70, and first honors 92 and higher with no grade below 80. So in our fifth grade, congratulations to the following students who made second honors: Adela Johnson, Calvin Westmoreland, Ben Schaefer, and Ireland Regan. And congratulations to our first honors students: Ray Alio, Daniel Altschuler, Supreet Arora, Caitlin Kalanges, Sienna DeAngelis, Michael Engel, Eva Fennell, Jessica Gallagher, Liana Garmani, Demetrios Giannakopoulos, Abby Gerges, Ian Gerges, Henry Griffith, Owen Henderson, Maeve Horowitz, Donovan Kane, Ava Kong, Buddy Levy, Andre Mitchell, Luli Mitchell, Catherine Ostermiller, Anya Patel, Peyton Phelan, Maddie Plank, Hannah Pollack, Christopher Quincannon, Christian Lopez, David Situ, Julianne Wong, and Julian Wong. So congratulations to those fifth graders. In our sixth grade, in the second honors, congratulations to Georgia Tardy, Cameron Miller, Elizabeth Wood, Alessia Incognito, and Felicity Thermos. And congratulations to our first honor winners: Yassine Al-Sharif, Ethan Ballone, Maya Bassine, Felix Chu, Kyle Davis, Hope Diorsi, Harry Fan, Luke Greco, Whitney Hobson, Selma Hosian, Alessandra Iannucci, Daniel Josevich, Vincent Lee, Allison Lynn, Gabriella Lindmark, Rio Monshine, William Plank, Kate Schweikert, Annabelle Sperano, Dylan Stefko, Luca Tarantini, Tyler Yang, Catherine Zayden, Miranda Ziemba, and Declan Peduto. Congratulations to our sixth graders. These are all last year's sixth graders. And our last year's seventh graders. Congratulations to our second honor winners: Nick Codaspati, Cheyenne Katiri, Bailey Regan, and Nick Genetasio. And for our first honors, congratulations to Henry Alston, Fiona Bauman, Max D'Antoni, Bobby Davidson, Ethan Fianco, Ariana Garmani, Jack Hinderman, Nick Lane, Brian Leahy, Andrew Lynn, Ava Massimino, Jack Mayer, Lena Merchandani, Juliana Pabone, Suhan Rathi, Evelyn Situ, Ella Skelton, Jared Weber, Ben Peters. So congratulations to our honors winners from last year. As Mr. Pacelli said, as he went over the handbook, it is the responsibility of our families and our students to read the handbook. So please make sure it is an online document that you read and understand the handbook. It's something that we refer to throughout our school year, and it is updated every year. So the schedule today is to basically have on Wednesday, our first day of school, is to have homeroom until 9:40. And at some point during the homeroom, some of the grades will be receiving their Chromebooks, and this is for grades 5 through 8. Our goal is to get all the Chromebooks out to the students in grades 5 through 8 at some point during the day today. This is the first time in the history of our school of 40 years that we're having 6 periods in the upper school. We'll also be having a 6-day cycle for the entire school, which is A, B, C, D, E, F. Today is A day, and we'll be having 3 periods, 1, 2, and 3, starting at 9:40. We will be going back to homeroom today and every day, so that's another change. So this is definitely a year filled with changes already for all of us. So you start with homeroom and you will end with homeroom every single day, and that's for lower school and for upper school. During the afternoon homeroom session today, everyone will be receiving a special Oak Hill Academy red t-shirt with an Oak Hill Academy mask and a lanyard to use with your mask. So we will be having our first dress down day tomorrow on Thursday, and we're asking the entire school to wear the t-shirt, wear shorts, and wear sneakers. So it's your first dress down day already. and that will be tomorrow on Thursday. We'll be having a few periods, 4, 5, and 6, and we'll be going outside for some fun games, and that's for the entire school. Pre-K through 8th grade will be outside at various times throughout the morning to have some fun. You'll also be having ice pops and water once you finish your games. Thursday will also be an A day. We do not have school on Friday. We do not have school on Monday because Monday is Labor Day. We'll start with a full day of school on Tuesday, September 8th, and it will be a B day. Those days will be listed on the announcements in the morning, and they'll also be hanging up in the hallway, and they're on our school calendar. With athletics, our soccer league has made the decision not to compete with games. However, we'll be able to do some practices and essentially train once a week, and Mr. Bruckman will be coordinating all of this for you. We'll do the same for cross-country and intramural tennis, so just look for that information to come out, but we'll be starting that within the next couple weeks. Student Council, a little bit different also. Our Student Council candidates were unable to run for office this past spring. They have all qualified, and they'll be working with Mrs. Vaca. We will have a voting process at some point during the fall, but it'll be different from other years, and our candidates possibly giving their campaign speeches over the computer. So we ask for a lot of flexibility and understanding for this year, and that's what we'll all be, as Mr. Pacelli said, we'll all be doing this together. So thank you for listening, and have a great first day of school.